and welcome back to my channel. This is Vishnu Majipudi, and I'm glad that you are all here. Today, we will be starting our first grade math series with a revision of the basics of counting. So, here, one second. Here, you can see we have a 10 by 12 grid where we will be practicing our counting. So first, let's start by filling out this grid. So, the way we shall do this is we'll start with like a 1 in this corner, then a 2 here, then so on, all the way to 120. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This might take a bit. 9, 10. Also, while you're here, you should try filling this out along with me. I will actually link an empty 1 to 120 chart for you in the description so that you can follow along. Okay, so let's just do this. 16, 20. So it's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and you know how the rest goes. So, while you're, after you're done filling this out, give me one sec. Yeah, so, after you're done filling this out, what you do next is observe patterns. So, you know that you've counted by 1. Now, let's try counting by 2. So, let me just put one on the grid. So actually, wait. So now, we've counted by 1s, right? We drew this. So now, let's count by 2. So, here, we left off at 31. What's 31 plus 2? Well, 31 plus 2 is 33. 33 plus 2 is 35. And so on. Okay? Now let's start counting by 3s. So, we have 41. 41 plus 3 is 44. 44 plus 3 is 47. Next we have 51, counting by 4s, 51, 55, 59. Next we have 61, counting by 5, 61, 66. Next we have 71, counting by 7s. By 6s, sorry. So now we have 77. Next we have 81, counting by 7s, which we have 88. 91, counting by 7s, which we have 99. And 101, which yields 110. And finally, we have 120. When 110, when you add 10, it gives 120. Okay, 111. Okay, so now we filled a considerable portion of the chart. So now let's do a bit of practice. So as you can see here, let's use sequences now. So let's say we have a number 1, another number in the middle which you don't know, and a third number. Let's say 3. So how would you find the middle number? So we can see that there are 2 numbers after the 1, right? This number and this number. And we know that. Let's just call this number question mark, okay? So we know that question mark equals the average of 1 and 3. So what's the number directly between 1 and 3? That's 2. So we have a question mark equal 2. Now, a simpler way to do this would be, a simpler concept would be to cover the next number in a sequence. So let's say you have 1, 3, 5, and blank. And you want to find out what blank is. So first, what are we counting by? Well, 3 minus 1 is 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. So blank minus 5 should also be 2, right? So blank, green, is equal to 5 plus 2, or 7. So those are the basics of counting. So now you should try a few problems. So the first problem is, okay, so you have 1, you have 7, you have 13, and you have blank. So now try to figure out what blank is. I'll give you 5 seconds to pause and think about this. Alright, so I hope you've thought about this for a bit of time now, at least, and figured out the answer. So, how should we take a crack at this? So, again, we noticed that, as we can see here, there is these numbers are all counting by 2. In this example, let's find out the number they're counting by. So, what's the difference between 1 and 7? Well, that's just 7 minus 1, or 6. What's the difference between 13 and 7? Well, that's 13 minus 7, which is also 6. So, we know that since we're counting by 6s, we have that the distance between blank and 13 is 6. Thus, blank is equal to 13... Wait, wrong column. Blank is equal to 13 minus 6, which is equal to 19. So we solved the first question. Now let's take a crack at a bit of a harder problem, maybe. So let's say we have 10, 15, okay, let's just put 2. 10, 15, 20, blank, 30, 35. So, what is blank? So, I'll give you 5 seconds again to pause the video and take a crack at this problem. Alright, so I hope that you've solved this problem, or at least tried it. So now we'll go over how to solve it. So, let's just use the same technique we used up here, right? And here. We know that the common difference between each of the terms is always the same. So, let's see what the difference is here. So, here, what's the difference? Well, it's 15 minus 10, which is 5. Here, what's the difference? That's 20 minus 15, which is also 5. Here, what's the difference? That's 35 minus 30, or also 5. So, now that we know that the common difference is equal to 5, well, there's 2 ways we can do it. Either we can go up from 20, or we can go down from 30. So, let's do it both ways. So, if we have up from 30, which is this one right here, then we have that question mark, which is blank, is equal to 20 plus 5, which is equal to 25. Now, if we do it the red way, we have question mark is equal to 30 minus 5, since we're going backwards, right? See, we're going backwards by a 5, and then we have this is equal to 25 as well. So we get our final answer for this question is 25. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, comment down below, and we will get to those as soon as possible. As always, for these series, I have attached a handout with a few more practice problems in the description. along with the aforementioned table. And so, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and bye.